Hey YouTube, Autumn here. This video will show you how to do a Bantu knot hairstyle for kinky 4B textured hair. Bantu knots are a classic set-and-go protection style. This video will demonstrate how to prepare the hair by washing it, how to do the hairstyle, and how to maintain it. This style is great for protecting delicate ends of hair that may become split if overstyled. In my interpretation of the Bantu knots, I find it more beneficial to do two-strand twist and then to Bantu knot them than to simply twist the hair around itself in a one-strand twisting motion. Even so, I will demonstrate the model for doing both a one- and two-strand Bantu knot method. To begin, if you have kinky hair, I would recommend conditioner or co-washing your hair. After washing your hair, you will want to pat dry your hair, but you will also want to keep your hair quite saturated with water if you plan to wear this hairstyle for a few days. If you plan to take out your hair the next day, I recommend letting your hair dry as much as possible before Bantu knotting your hair, because if your hair is wet when it's setting and it's wet the next day, then your hair won't be able to maintain the curl pattern. When I wash my hair, I like to use a shower brush because it helps to separate the ends of my hair in a way that doesn't rip out too much and damage my ends. Next, separate your hair into 4 sections. Word to my mom, you will want to use the LOC method of moisturizing your hair. The L in LOC is for making sure that your hair has some sort of liquid on it first, such as water. O is for the application of oil on top of the liquid layer. Oils do a good job of moisturizing your hair without weighing it down if used sparingly. The C is the final thin layer of conditioner to seal in the layers of moisture. This step can be done over a huge section of hair. After moisturizing your hair, decide whether or not you want to part the hair diagonally or in a grid-like pattern. I will complete the style in a grid-like parting. If you are doing the style yourself, though, horizontally separating your hair into 5 or 6 rows might be the easier, neater option. Diagonal parts can be very messy if you do them without experience, but even messy diagonal parts and grid-like parts can create really good hairstyles the next day if you moisturize your hair properly and allow it to dry. So now that we've decided to use the part, I will start doing the style by parting out a section from in the back. From there, I will section off the section into portions of similar thickness, starting with just one small section and going at the rest. From there, I will section off the corded section of similar thickness, starting with just one section and clipping the rest of the hair away. First, you will want to two-strand twist the hair. I will do a few more so that you can get a good idea of what the technique is. Okay, so now that I've done a few, I'm just going to speed up the video so that you can see what it looks like in the end. You will want to use either your fingers if you have some experience with parting your hair, or the end of a rat tail comb, such as this. Notice how the hair is detangled, separated clearly from the other sections of hair, and neatly tucked underneath and around itself. The key to the Bantu knot hairstyle is making sure you coil the hair's end around the base of the knot right on top of your scalp. The Bantu knot should be tight, but the style shouldn't be painful. You shouldn't feel like the edges of your hair in your kitchen are being ripped out by how tight your Bantu knots are. I will continue this process and pause to explain how I completed the main front part of this hairstyle. When you reach the front, here are some hair don'ts. 1. Don't twirl your hair and rip off your edges into your Bantu knots. 2. You should not have random, considerably smaller Bantu knots, especially near the front of your head, because it would look weird and give you an uneven curl pattern. Try to keep the size of your knots consistent. 3. Make sure that your knots are pretty even on both sides. In the very front, you will want to do one small part in the middle in order to create a sense of symmetry and neatness about the hairstyle. And from there, you're all done. You will want to apply another application of oil onto the parts between your Bantu knots in order to keep the roots really strong and secure and healthy. When you finish your hairstyle, and after you wear it for about a day or so, you should cover your hair with a silk bonnet such as this. Covering it with a silk bonnet will stop the hair from frizzing when you take it out and will help your hair maintain the oils that you've just put in. After a day or two, or even overnight if your hair is dry enough, it should be dry enough to take out and style. I'll come back tomorrow and show you guys my results. So, bad news. My hair didn't come out so well, but I will show a little bit of myself taking down the hair. Normally I would have waited longer for the hair to dry, but I didn't have time. Here's also some footage of a pin-up hairstyle that I did with it for one day, and this is just what the hairstyle looked like the next day. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.